Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back to some EVE Online. Welcome also to Jita. So today's video is not going to be about the wormhole or anything like that, but I wanted to talk about the new skin system that CCP soxfour basically announced on the 07 show last week. That is in the works at CCP. I thought it was pretty interesting and I wanted to make a video about it, just talking about it a little bit and asking you guys for your opinions and your thoughts when it comes to this new system that CCP is either developing or thinking about. So maybe we should start with the current system. When it comes to different skins for ships, you have to go to the New Eden store. Obviously, it's something that CCP wants to use as monetization for the game. And personally, I'm okay with this because skins are vanity items. It's not like they sell any power here. But if you want to have, let's say, an Abaddon Cador edition at the moment, you go to the next to the New Eden store. It's no longer the next store. You press on this, and then here you can buy for Aurum an Abaddon Cador edition blueprint copy, a one-run copy. You can either buy this from the New Eden store or from the market if someone sells them. And then what you need is you need a regular Abaddon. Then you need to add this Abaddon with a blueprint copy in an industry job, and then you'll end up with an Abaddon Cador edition. Now there's like two problems I think with this current system. The first one is, of course, if you lose this Abaddon Cador edition, you've got to spend Aurum again to buy a new blueprint copy, make a new one, etc. And actually, while I don't mind the system in and of itself, it is a big barrier for me personally. I'm not going to spend real life money on something that I could lose just like that, especially in EVE Online. So I don't mind, and if people want to do it, go for it. But I do think it's a barrier for a lot of players. The second disadvantage is that you will actually, CCP needs to make a separate category for every individual skin of every individual ship. So as you can imagine, if they want to make more versions available for everyone, that just means more database entries, more market window entries, so that it becomes a huge mess if they want to make a lot of different skins available for everyone. So I do think that those are the two biggest drawbacks with the current system of the skins. But CCP has said that this was like a first iteration. They wanted to test how much the players actually want these different skins, and so now they are actually thinking about moving on to another system. Unfortunately, we have no numbers. We don't know how successful the current system has been for CCP when it comes to sales or to just purchases of Aurum and stuff like that. But the fact that they're going for a new system, I think, is a good sign. And personally, I really like the new system. So CCP soxfour announced this on the 07 show. Basically, what they want to do is, instead of buying a blueprint copy, you buy the actual skin that will then be tied to your character. And how this is gonna work is, let's say that you just purchased let me have a look if maybe I can find a good one for the Merlin, because I happen to have a Merlin here. Let's press New Eden store here once again. Can I do a search for Merlin? Merlin, please. Yep, here we go. Let's say Merlin Nugovi edition. Instead of buying a blueprint copy, you'll buy another item or whatever that will link the skin to your character. And what happens then, or what's the plan then, is if you go to your fitting window and you are in a Merlin, you'll have a separate tab. This was at least in the screenshot they've shown. It's all work in progress, of course. But here you would have like a separate tab with maybe a scroll down menu where you could select all the skins you own for that ship. And then it would become a new system called, I have to look this up here because I wrote it down, Super Cure Induced Nano Coating. Basically, the new skin is going to be applied to your regular ship. And all of the Merlins that you have or fly will then have the skin that you have selected from your drop down menu. I think this has two big advantages. The first one is that the idea is no longer that you need to destroy remake every single ship every time you make one with the skin that you want. You'll own a skin, and then you'll have the option to fly in a Merlin of that skin anytime you want, just simply by selecting that in the fitting window. I think it's pretty cool. The other one is, of course, that they'll no longer have to make like 5 or 10 versions of the Merlin if they want to offer 5 or 10 skins of the Merlin. They'll be able to just use this system, and normally it will just be one Merlin where you have a drop-down menu to select a skin that you want. I think it's really cool. I also think that it will lower the barrier for purchase, because once you own a skin, you no longer lose that. It's going to be tied to your account or to your character, and so you'll be able to use that anytime you actually want to do that. I also think that this system is much closer to what's currently available in other games. So in other games you actually purchase a skin and you can't lose a skin or something like that, and it makes it much more of a collectible item. And while it's not very likely that I'll drop real money on something like skins, that's just not what I do in games, I will probably drop a lot of ISK for skins. I do like this idea of being able to collect skins for the ships that I fly, just to have them look very cool. And while I'm not sure about dropping real money myself, dropping ISK, I'm much more likely to do that than in the current system. And I definitely think that this is a very good option for the monetization of skins for CCP. So I think it's a good idea, but I wanted to ask you guys, what do you think about that new system that CCP Fox 4 announced, where the skins are no longer individual ships that can be destroyed, but they will basically be collectible items that are tied to your account and that you cannot lose. Do you think that that's a violation of the sandbox? I don't think so, because it's purely vanity. These are purely cosmetic items that would be offered for sale. And I actually think that it solves a lot of problems with the current system, so I'm all for it. And if, like me, you're for these systems, I would also like to ask you, do you have any other ideas of what CCP could monetize, or what do you think would be cool to add in a system like that to the New Eden store that you would be interested in purchasing? Me myself, I do think that there's a lot of potential when it comes to the POS overhauling. I think that they could do some very cool stuff with selling, like maybe billboards around your POS that would show your Corp logo, or things like that. I think when it comes to the POS, because that ends up being your little home away from home, especially in something like Wormhole Space, and I do think if they offer this in a similar system as what they're talking about the skin system, where it's not like it's going to be destroyed, it's not going to give you an advantage either. It's purely vanity, it's purely cosmetic, but you can actually pimp out your POS a little bit. Looks wise, I actually think that that's got a lot of potential for some cool stuff that you could do with POSes, and hopefully in a POS overhaul. So yeah, there you go guys, a quick discussion on the new skin system. Once again, the super cure induced nano coating system that CCP is working on. I think it's very interesting. I think business wise it's a very good decision, because a lot of other games are actually very successful with a similar monetization of skins compared to what we have at the moment. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments, and thank you very much for watching. As always, I'll see you all next time.